With another episode of Post Theater Clarity. This one done from the comfort of my own home because it's really cold outside. My wife and I just got out of seeing the newest sports biopic, Christy, about the women's boxing great Christy Martin, starring Sydney Sweeney as Christy Martin and Ben Foster as Jim Martin, her gross scumbag husband, and boxing trainer and manager and whatnot. Uh, this one's got a pretty good amount of hype behind it, especially for the acting performances, and I must say it lives up to it. The acting performances in the movie really are great. Uh, Best acting I've seen from Sydney Sweeney thus far, and Ben Foster did a bang up job of playing a very hateable character in Jim Martin, who's just gross and weird and disturbing. And he does it so well. It doesn't reinvent the wheel. It's a sports biopic, but it doesn't need to. It tells the story, the really remarkable story of Christy Martin in a really compelling way that it keeps your interest throughout. And it tells you a lot of aspects of her life and the things she dealt with and many challenges she dealt with on a professional and personal level of, really kind of putting women's boxing on the map at a time where it was really looked at as a gimmick and a novelty. And she went in there and brought the violence and really helped turn women boxing into something. Speaking of bringing the violence, man, the boxing matches in this movie are brutal. They did a great job with the fight choreography. And Sydney Sweeney, she put in the time, putting on some bulk to play Christy Martin and learning some pretty legit looking boxing skills. When she punches, it looks like it really lands and hurts. And great job with that. And there's some scenes of tension where you're not sure how it's going to unfold. And one scene in particular, the way it plays out is it's terrible and gruesome, and you're just wondering, how is this going to play out? And it's, like all good sports biopics are, it's inspirational seeing what she had to deal with, and in and out of the ring, and seeing how she was able to overcome that, and having to deny certain things about herself, and a society that just wasn't quite there yet, so she had to kind of hide parts of herself, and that's sad, but it's a great job, and it does a really good job without feeling preachy, and I can very much appreciate that. Uh, the acting, though, the acting's a standout in this movie. I hope Sydney Sweeney's nominated for some sort of award. I don't think it'll quite go as far as the Oscars, but she deserves something. She does such a good job of doing this character justice, doing this character, real life person justice. So you get a chance to see Christy, I recommend it. It's surprisingly, it turned out to be better than The Smashing Machine, which I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, wasn't expecting that. But so, yeah, give Christy a shot. I think it's a damn good movie, and I'm glad we went to see it. So, well, that's it for me. You'll have a good night, and I'll see you next time.